G'day, kids. It is Sunday, the 27th of April. April's almost gone. Jesus Christ. Time just flies by. Well, it's been 2 weeks for sure, maybe even three, since I last talked to you guys and checked in with you and let you know how things are going. In the last couple weeks, I ended up flying back to Edmonton for 10 days. As a lot of you know, my 88-year-old father took a fall and ended up breaking his hip. So he had to have surgery and then go to the Glenrose for rehab. So he's still in the Glenrose right now and undergoing rehab. He'll be released on May the 1st, I believe. All things go well, and then he'll be home and in some more familiar surroundings, so that'll be helpful and beneficial to him. When I was in Edmonton, I ended up having to go to the bank and get a new bank card. I lost my bank card in like December or January when I got down here, so I've been living off my credit card. And my pension comes in, I put it all on my credit card, then I go and take a big cash advance on my credit card and throw all the pesos in my safe, and it's kind of go from there. But I was able to get a new bank card, so I can cut out the credit card guy now, so I can just put that away and leave it the hell alone. I don't have to worry about overextending myself or anything like that. So, what else do we do in Edmonton? Went to the doctors, ended up getting a prescription. Normally prescriptions are way, way cheaper down here, but for my blood pressure pills, or my heartworm pills as I call them, the one pill I take, they virtually give them away. They're like, a third of a cent each down here. 100 of them cost me $3. For the other pills I take, 30 of them was $105. I ended up going to my doctor, getting a prescription, going to the pharmacy and getting it filled with no plan or any benefits or anything like that back in Canada. And a 6-month supply cost me $130 for the two pills with a bottle of Tylenol. So the Tylenol I think was $15 or $20 for a big bottle. So yeah, a little cheaper to do that in Canada than it was here in Mexico. Other than that, came home. Dog was happy to see me. We've been going forest running every day now since before I left and since I got back. So we come out to the pickleball courts, and it's pretty hot out, so I'll hang in the shade and let her off her leash, and she gets free reign of the mountain back here. And she goes for half an hour, 45 minutes, or an hour at a time, and she always comes home. Yesterday she came home covered in little something off trees, full of sap, little buds, wee little tiny things. They look like, I don't know, these little white buds, wee and tiny, and they're sticky. So they stick to her fur, they stick to my fingers. Try and remove them with your hand. Do as best I can with my hand, get them most off, and then end up brushing her out. So she's been getting brushed a lot the last little while, which she enjoys that. So that's good. We have a move coming up on May the 3rd. We'll be sometime after May the 3rd. We'll be moving into our little casita out back. Those folks there leave May the 3rd, so at some point after that, I'll move in there and have my own little house out here. So it'll be kind of nice. A little more privacy. Won't be as noisy out the front door for Kona, so I think she'll be able to relax a little bit more. And when I go to town and stuff, she'll be a little more relaxed and not sitting there barking at the door the whole time I'm away, because that's getting quite annoying. I can't even go to get groceries without her barking for the hour it takes me to go to town and come back. So it's a pain in the ass, but we deal with it. We may do what we can and work around it. And everybody here is good with it. Nobody here seems to mind. So, and that's a part of Mexico. If you don't like noise, don't come here, man. It's probably the noisiest country. Well, it's the noisiest country I've ever been to. There's always a celebration of something going on, whether it's a birthday, a religious holiday. It doesn't matter. They celebrate everything. A leaf falling off a tree. Oh, let's celebrate. Let's have a party. Which is fun. It's good. I like it. Sat down with Jimena before I left, and she's putting together the pricing on the 3 available bungalows for next winter. So as I get those and we kind of get things ironed out, I will post something on Facebook, and I will post something on here as far as the pricing goes, the availability, and so forth. And I know the way that Jimena likes to work it is if you decide to book 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever, the entire winter, for a deposit, she likes to have the first 2 weeks. If you're renting for any longer than a month, the first 2 weeks deposit, and that's applied to your rent when you get here. So that's just to hold the bungalow. You get that money back. You're not going to lose it. She's not like some of the other people in town that take a deposit when you arrive. And say you arrive, let's say for the sake of argument, you stay 3 months. So they take a deposit, like a damage deposit when you arrive. Usually a month's rent. So we'll call it $1,000 a month. So you pay $1,000 a month damage deposit, and then $1,000 for your first month's rent, $1,000 for your second month's rent, $1,000 for your third month's rent, and then they're not giving you that deposit back. They're holding it as a deposit for next year's rental. If you decide you're not coming back to that place next year, you lose your $1,000. So you really have to be careful and really watch your P's and Q's. It's illegal to do that down here, but nobody ever pursues it because the tourist has to go home. They can't stick around and pursue that through the courts and so forth, and it just becomes a bigger pain in the ass and a bigger hassle than what it is. Helena does not do that. She refuses to do it. Anything you pay towards the deposit goes towards your rent. So if you're coming down for a week, and you book it through me, I'm gonna hit you up for the week's rent right off the top. So if it's $500, Eve transfer me $500. I'll give it to Helena. You get here, you don't have to pay rent. Anything longer than that, you send me a week or two deposit. When you get here, say you're staying a month and you send $500 and your rent's $1,000, you owe $500 more for that first month. That's just a book it and hold it, and you get that back when you get here. So yeah, she tries to conduct her business fairly and ethically, and for that I'm impressed, and that's why I kind of agree to. I don't work for her. I help her out. I work alongside helping her out. I like to see people like that succeed, and so far doing really well. Tourist season is over. Most of the tourists have headed back to Canada and the States, and the pool's full today. It's absolutely amazing. The pool's full. Pickleball is only a couple, 2 or 3 days a week right now, so that's slowed down. But what they're not making on the pickleball, they're making in the pool. So it'd be nice to get a summertime pickleball thing going here, but we'll work on that. Pickleball is like a Canadian-American game. Mexicans don't play a lot of pickleball. They get into it a little bit, but not a whole heck of a lot. I know we do have one group that comes Monday nights and plays, and they're all Mexicans, all locals, and they put together a league or a get-together of players that come out and have a few beers and play some pickleball. So that's good to see. What else do we do? When I was back in Canada, I went out one night with a bunch of friends and sat and had drinks with them, and went out another night and had dinner with someone, and that was all good. Saw a lot of people I haven't seen in a while, and it was good to catch up with all of you. If you're watching this, still having a beer for you. I promised I'd have a beer for you, so I am. What else I do back in Canada? Not much. Like I said, I spent a lot of time at the hospital at the Glenrose visiting Dad and driving Mom back and forth and trying to help her around the house as much as I could. And she's got a lady that lives across the street that comes over and helps her with everything. And man, oh man, that lady is a godsend, an absolute godsend. She comes over and she cleans, she helps Mom doing laundry, physical exercise. Like Mom's got a kind of a bad buggered up back, so she always helps Mom get loosened up so Mom can walk a little bit. Mom has to use a walker right now, but they go out for walks, and she takes her to the casino and shopping, and whatever Mom feels up to being able to do for that day, Judy will make sure she does it. Now my sister is moving in, which is another good thing that's available, because when Dad comes home and Mom's there, they're both going to need help getting certain things done, and my dad's pretty stubborn and strong-willed and will want to do everything on his own, which he's not going to be allowed to do, and he's going to have to face some hard facts when he gets home. So it's good to have Wendy there to kind of lay the law down and set things forth. And all that. So, it's good to have her there. Other than that, like I say, it's just me and dog sitting out here in the patio by the pickleball courts having a beer. She went for her run. She didn't come back all covered in little prickly things today, so that's nice. I won't have to brush her as severely as I do. Like I say, just trying to get things ironed out for next winter's rentals. We'll get that info out to you as soon as possible. So I'd like to fill the 3 condos for the entire winter with people I know. That way I can show you around, show you what I do down here, what my life is like down here on a day-to-day basis, where I go, the places I hang out. And I don't go all that far, and I don't do all that much because I got to be close to the dog. The dog can't go into restaurants and stuff like that for the most part. So I don't like leaving her for too long at a time, but, if we're going someplace, renting a vehicle and going someplace and hiking up the hills, we'll take her with us or whatever. Doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. It's fun. It's good. But I just assume, like I say, show off this area to people I know. See if it's something you're interested in. A lot of you are, starting to hit that retirement age. I ended up, doing the stupid thing and pulling the pin early and just leaving a wake where a big wave full of shit back in Canada. Which at some point it's going to catch up to me, but I'll deal with that when the time comes. That's just a matter of walking in and declaring bankruptcy, so I'm not overly concerned about that because I have no intentions of buying a new home or a new car or anything like that ever again, so I'm not all that concerned about it. Other than that, healthy, happy, things are going great. Living the good life down here in Mexico. Got to visit Canada. I'll be back again in September for a couple weeks. I have a wedding to shoot up in Redwater. I don't know why I booked that, but I did. Not the best laid plans of attack because September the airfares are ridiculously high, but we'll make the best of it. We'll come home and honor my commitment and shoot the wedding and hang out for a couple weeks and do some visiting and seeing people and taking care of whatever I need to take care of and figure it out from there. That's in September, and come back here for winter again and spend the winter. That's the other thing they did too. I don't know if I mentioned that in my last video or not, I forget. On March the 14th, they changed the immigration laws. Just as I was getting everything set up with an immigration attorney to get my temporary residency. Now there's a few ways you can go about getting temporary residency. One is to qualify financially by going to the consulate in Canada. In my case, it'd be Calgary. Being able to qualify financially, and that's by showing an income of $6,250 a month Canadian, or savings in your savings account, having been in that said savings account for over 6 months, of about $140,000 Canadian. Well, being about $140,000 shy and about $5,000 shy of qualifying financially per month, that option for me was out the window. They did have another program in place called the regularization program, and with that one, you came down here for your 6 months or whatever they gave you at the border where you entered Mexico. They give you, normally it's 180 days, so you let your 180 days expire, then you go with your immigration attorney into immigration and apply for temporary residency on the regularization program. And that's the way I had planned on doing it. Everything was working out. I had an immigration attorney. I had everything all set up and ready to go. I was just getting ready to start dotting my T's and crossing my I's and doing all that kind of wonderful stuff with them. And they changed the law on the 14th. Now, in order to qualify through the regularization program, you have to have been in Mexico since 2022 without having left the country at all. So you've been here, they don't say it's illegal, they call it irregularly. You've been here irregularly for 3 years. Then you can go in and qualify for the regularization program. I'd gladly do that. I'd gladly stay down here for 3 years in a row without leaving the country. to do that, but I still have some obligations back in Canada. I still have to come home and see and stuff like that. So it's not something I can do at this time, but yeah, maybe in the future. You never know. We will see. So for now, I'm down here for 6 months and home for a little while, or down here for 6 months, back to Canada for a little while, and we'll play that game for as long as they let me, till they catch me doing it. Which also happens not quite often, but fairly often, where you'll come across the border and they'll see you've been entering and exiting the country a lot, so they'll only give you like 7 days or 14 days. So you kind of got to have it in your back pocket, that you might have to fly out in 14 days. So again, it's a bridge I'll cross when I come to it, if I ever do, and if not, even better. They seem to be really cracking down on the Americans coming into the country doing that, though. I know of a few that have tried here in the last couple, 3, 4 weeks. I know of 2 that ended up getting 7 days on their tourist permits this time around. So they'd gone home for 2 weeks and flew back in and ended up getting 1 week or 2 weeks on their tourist visa here. I got 180 days. I'm Canadian. I'm privileged that way, I guess. I don't know. With all the turmoil in the States, they're kind of cracking down on Americans as a whole. So that's where, again, it pays to be Canadian, I guess. A big election tomorrow in Canada, so we'll see how that shapes out. See if we get taxed to death or cut to death. I don't know. I haven't been following along all that closely, so I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. There's not much a guy can do about it. So grin and bear it. Live with Ontario's decision and go forward. Right. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I have to report. Everything that, like I say, down here is all hunky dory. Everybody's doing well. Jimena had sent home a little snail handmade planter that she makes. You put little cacti in them and so forth. I had taken some pictures and posted them on Facebook a while ago. I'm sure you've all seen them. Anyway, she had sent one of those home for my mom. My mom just absolutely loved it, and sent Judy out to buy a little succulent to put in it the same day she got it home. So it looks really cute in her little cabinet there. And she sent home a little gift and a note for Jimena, which brought a tear to Jimena's eyes. So everybody's crying, but they're happy. That's the way life goes, right? Crying, but happy. So it's all good. Anyways, it's just me and that there fuzzy beast down there, wherever she is. Yeah, there she is. Kona Bear, what are you doing? Where are you going? You can come say hi? Hey? Dumbass? You gonna say hi? No? Ah, well. She's not talking today. She's on strike. She's laying here enjoying the shade. It's hot out, so she's enjoying the shade. It's like 32 degrees out, so it's pretty warm. So I'm going to let you go at this point, and if you have any questions about the rentals or anything like that, shoot me a message on Messenger or Twitter, or where else am I? Facebook, Twitter, what's that other one? That one there, Instagram, that's the one. Or leave me a comment at the bottom of this video. If you like this video, don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up. And as always, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified when I post these videos, because they're pretty infrequent and kind of as I remember to do them. I'm not that great on the old YouTube. But yeah, comment on it, leave me a message, what have you. I'll get back to you about rentals. Other than that, hey, follow along, enjoy the shit show. When I get a little more settled into my new casa here in a couple weeks, I'm going to be doing some product reviews on some items that I came down here with. I'll let you know how they're turning out. I'm slowly starting to figure out how to edit videos a little bit, so I'll be able to tie in some pictures and shit into my videos in the future, I hope. Fingers crossed. And like I say, bear with me as I learn this technology. I'm a photographer. I'm not a videographer. I edit photos. I do not edit video. But I'm going to give it a try and I'm going to learn. Anyways, we will talk to you guys in a week or two, and take care of each other and be good. And remember, hey, die living.